Ladies and gentlemen, let's play a game. I'm going to buy a car today. What do we think it is? A Miata. B, a BMW E46. C, a Nissan 240SX. Or D, a Miata. What's up, everybody? Today, I'm going to be working on my new-to-me BMW 330i. I'm not sure if I'm going to daily it or if it's going to be a flip car, but regardless, it needs some work done, so let me get started. Pretty square. Normally, I got to open up the window in order to see, but these windows are f***ing broken. I apologize for the quality of today's video. I'm using my phone, and also, I ran over my tripod. The most important things you can do to improve the quality of a car, in my opinion, is the wheels and tires. These wheels, I don't actually hate. So I ended up just buying tires for them because if you look here, these tires are absolutely hammered, dude. They're like 10 years old and they're cracked everywhere. So I don't even want to bother driving around on it. I haven't driven it. So got a fresh set of tires for this boy. No tripod, no problem. I just used the car on the lift. I need a tripod. Goddamn napkin knocked that over. All right, so we got the eBay specials. These are Summit Racing. I think they were from Walmart, actually. But they're relatively affordable. They're cheap Chinese tires, I'm sure. But for now, they are much better than what's on there. So let's slap these on. God damn it, dude. I'm doing karate and I can't get this fucking wheel off. I've kicked it about 100 times. My feet hurt. It's a good thing they come from factory with little WD-40 holes. Just and you spray that little thing in there, you know. Hopefully loosen them up a little bit. Peanut Butter Blaster did work on these wheels. This wheel, though, let's see. One kick. Please don't fall on the face. Oh, goddamn. Real force from the freaking ground. Oh, goddamn, that hurt. Oh. That genuinely sucked, dude. I wasn't expecting. Ouch. Okay, time to do tires. Let's get these wheels off. All right. I figured it'd be easier to wash the wheels and kind of get all the brake dust and grime and junk off of them while there's no tires on there. So let me get these nice and clean. Okie dokie. So I'll clean these up. These are about as clean as I'm getting them. I don't feel like going crazy. Been scrubbing them with a toothbrush for like an hour. So this is good enough. I'm gonna get some tires on there and I'm gonna balance them up and I'll show you guys what they look like. So I'm actually going on a side quest really quick. I'm going to pick up my trailer and a buddy's dad wants to sell a truck and he said it's only $100. So I think I'm gonna go buy a $100 truck. It's a Chevy S10. So I'll show you guys what it looks like once it's all loaded up. It's probably really sad, but I could scrap it for $100 if it's really bad. So I don't know, it's worth the gamble. For $100, that's a absolute smacking deal, but more on that later. Back to the BMW. So while I got the wheels off, I figured I'll check the brakes and just kind of give everything a little once over. They look like they're in okay shape. The rotors are a little sad, but like pads still have life. Everything looks pretty solid. So everything looks pretty solid. So I'm just gonna peek in there really quick. And then since I had such a terrible time getting the wheels off, where the center bore is for the wheel, I'm just gonna take a wire brush and just kind of clean it up really quick. And that'll make my life easier putting them back on and taking them off in the future. A little bit of anti-seize on the little face of the rotor, and the center bore never hurt. It's crazy what just cleaning wheels can do. Honestly, just the new rubber and cleaning them so they're not totally fucking disgusting makes such a difference. So not too bad for like 45 minutes of scrubbing and then another 45 of me doing tires. So now I'm gonna get it on the ground. Since the tires and wheels look so nice, I really want to wash the rest of the car, but I can't do that because this window is stuck down. So I've got to do some window regulators. I got 2 window regulators showing up today from Amazon. I got this one with the motor and then that one without the motor, because that one you can hear the motor go up and down, but you can't actually see anything happen. And then this one just sounds like do 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 do. So you know, get those done. But in the meantime, I've got some cleaning to do. We've got some Mouse's houses here. This is not looking too hot. So I'm gonna take these covers off and hopefully you don't see any munched wires or anything going on. And I'm just gonna vacuum up all of the feces and the mouse shit, and hopefully I don't see any surprises. So not terribly terrible yet. Definitely have some critters that were living in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum that up. While I'm in here, I think I'm gonna go to the auto parts store and pick up some spark plugs as well, just because, you know, I can't imagine these have been done in the last 5 years. So let me slap some spark plugs in here, clean this mess up. Hopefully don't get any more discoveries. I grabbed some oil. I figure when you buy a car, you should probably do an oil change anyway. So I picked that up. I opted to not do the spark plugs because I'm not spending $100 when I don't really need to. It doesn't misfire or anything. It starts missing, then I'll swap them. But for now, I think I'm good. I also have this super cheap garbage Amazon windshield repair kit that we're gonna try out. So do that and hopefully fix the crack. Normally little windshield cracks don't bother me, but it's right in front of me, so that's gotta go. Also got these Amazon window regulators, so hopefully start getting some results. We'll do an oil change, fix the windshield, get the windows rolled up, maybe wash this hog, and then after all of that, then I gotta tackle the climate control and the radio, because those don't work, and that's kind of important. I mean, it's getting a little chilly, and definitely need heat at least. Radio would be nice though. Please don't be super tight. Oh God, okay, it's like Christmas. Yeah, it's definitely not clear, so worth doing. So I pulled this joint outside. I'm gonna try and use this Amazon fucking windshield repair, and I honestly don't have very high hopes. This is where the crack is. Kind of sucks. Basically, this has no instructions with it, but you clean the surface, you stick a little thing on there, you basically put a little resin in the thingy, and then you pull a vacuum on it, and it hopefully will suck all the air out. And then you push all the resin in, and then you let it cure. So it might work, it might not work. I am pretty skeptical. You're gonna see it for sure because it's just like the way the crack is, but if I can get it to where it's like a little harder to see, I'll be hyped. So well, that was fucking stupid. I don't even think it worked. Damn it. You only got one shot at that too, so partially my fault, user error. But also, like, what the fuck is that thing, dude? Like, granted, you're supposed to, like, it's supposed to be able to pull a vacuum. Like, if you suck all the air out, then yeah, it'll probably do it. But, like, there was no nice way of doing that, so basically just gotta get a new windshield or deal with it. So I'm gonna let the resin cure and see what it looks like. It's gonna look the fucking same. I don't think it's gonna spread anymore, but like, what the fuck? Still see it. Poopy doopy. Let me scrape all this resin off. I guess maybe a little better, but like, damn. Whatever. Now I'm gonna try and get the windows situated. I'm gonna start with this one, and I'm gonna look at the speaker connection too, because we had some weird stuff going on. I turned the radio on. Finally, I got it to work and the AC to work, but it's because they were missing fuses inside the fuse box. And I found the fuses, put them in, turned on the car, and then this speaker is the only one that works, and it goes dong, 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 dong repeatedly. All right, well, I'm gonna put it in and we'll do the windows first, and then I'll figure out the radio and climate control. Not worried about that yet. So basically what I'm doing now, you see me struggling here, is this is butyl. It's like a giant, it's like the stickiest shit ever. And it holds this piece of foam in here. And this is like a vapor barrier. Basically, it just prevents water and stuff from coming in the car. I really wanted to not rip this. I did rip it in one spot. Not the end of the world, but normally it's super hard to get these off. So in order to get this completely off, which is what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the airbag out. So when you take an airbag out, just be careful. Obviously unhook the battery. So I'm gonna unhook the battery and hopefully be able to unplug it and don't go poopy doopies. Just be mindful if you're gonna do something like this. I need to make the window go down and up. So I have the battery unhooked now. The airbag I took out with the battery off. I'm gonna reconnect it, and since it's not gonna sense this airbag, it's just gonna throw the light on. Just make sure you got means of clearing that light if you're gonna do this. It's super cheap tools, honestly. Like, I think it's like $10, 10 to 20 bucks on Amazon. You can get like a little airbag reset. So now I'm going to, you know what, I'll hook the battery up. I already know what's going on, but I'll show you guys. This window, motor does motor, window does not do window. I got the old regulator out. Here's the new regulator. So it failed in a weird way. Normally these cables kind of like slip off these little plastic dudes. But what happened is the plastic that holds the window to this little nub here just kind of sheared off. So not too bad. Just gonna swap over this window regulator. Opted to take the window out completely real quick. I'm gonna pull this tint off because it's all fucked up anyway. So get this off and then I'll slap it back in. Well, that was terrifying. I went to go plug in this heat gun to try and heat up the window and it caught on fire, dude. Okay, well, that sucks. All right, that genuinely took way too long to do the freaking tint stuff. Oh my God. Well, window's back in. It goes up, goes down. Let me get a panel on here and move on to the next one. Bada bing, bada boom. For the sake of my own sanity, I decided not to take the tint off of this side, but now we have two working windows. I'll have to do the tint at some point, and luckily it was just the motor, it wasn't the regulator, so swap the motor, and I'm gonna keep this regulator anyway, so sweet. I got two working windows now. Bada bing, bada boom. So I plugged in the radio fuses. Let me show you what happens when I turn the key on with the radio fuses in. All right, let me think of something. I pulled the radio out itself, and I believe it's the same radio. Ben's got a BMW 330 Ci sitting in the yard, so I'm gonna go steal his radio and the amp. There's an amp in the trunk as well. Hopefully they're the same. I mean, if they're not, then whatever. I'm gonna try and make something work just to diagnose what exactly is causing the problem. But for now, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna pick this up tomorrow, and I will talk to you soon. I lied. I came back, and I also stopped at Ben's car, and I made a discovery. We have radio. I'm not gonna get copywritten, but we have radio now. Everything seems to be working. Everything seems to be working. So I went to the house and I stole this radio out of Ben's car. It's the same exact radio. I put it in and it didn't work. So I put the old one back in. And then I thought, all right, maybe it's the amplifier. This is a factory BMW amp back here. So this is the one out of this car, and that back here is the one out of Ben's car. I just swapped them over, figured I'd do that before I start chasing wires, and then bada bing, bada boom, we have a radio. Okay, last thing I want to do in here before I vacuum the car out, give it a good wash, and then call it quits for now, is try and get the climate control to work. What would happen is it would work good, it just wouldn't shut off. It would just be blowing the blower motor when you shut the car off. So it's either A, it's something with the amp, B, it's something with wiring, or C, it's like the blower motor resistor that's kind of like tucked way the fuck in there. If that's the case, then I'll go buy one. Not the end of the world. But for now, I'm going to try and put all the fuses back in and see what happens. The blower stays on with the car off, with the key out. So, kind of butt cheeks, not gonna lie. Now, I'm not gonna go full-blown detail or anything crazy yet. I do want to just drive it down the road really quick, and there's a car wash like right there. So I'll just give it a good old pressure washing and kind of see how the thing looks. I lied, that didn't do anything. I got a bucket and I'm just gonna do the wash thing. Man, this is where it all goes downhill. I'm gonna wet sand the fucking headlights, polish them, make them look nice. Now these aren't too bad, but you can kind of see like it's clear up here and then it gets a little foggy and yellow. So all I'm gonna do quick is I'm just gonna wet sand it with 2000 grit sandpaper, just go and then I have a little polisher on the end of a drill and I'm just gonna so here's a little before and after. Not too shabby. Looks a lot better than it did. I don't actually like this gray housing in there, so I'm gonna pull the headlights off eventually and black those out and probably black these out and probably black these out. I don't know. I just think it'll look a little bit better. So I think in a future episode, I'd like to do the halo headlights. Big staple on the E46, so black these out and do some halos with the projector. I think that'll look nice. Oh boy, it's a good looking car. Sheesh. This thing cleaned up pretty well, dude. I didn't go on the inside yet though. We can't look in the inside. There's like a couple imperfections and black is really hard to clean up. I didn't do any cutting or buffing or anything like that, but just gave it a good wash, and honestly, it needed it. It really fucking needed that. But damn, shawty. Can't really even see that dent that's in the back door, unless you're looking for it. It's a good looking car, dude. All right, everybody, before I wrap this video up, I really want to fix everything wrong with this car, and there's only one thing left. The blower motor does stay on, and I want to have working climate control. I think it's the blower motor resistor. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace that. It is way in there. For some reason you're watching this. I don't think you would have been watching this video and got to this point, but the glove box has to come out. There's 6 bolts holding that in. Then this little dude's got to come out. And then in the depths of the E46 chassis, see that little Torx head right there? That little Torx head is holding on the freaking resistor. You can kind of see this little silver piece here. That's where it is. It's right under there, and you go zoom, 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 zoom. There it is. Well, we have a same, but different. It might work, it may not. Okie dokie. Moment of truth before I put everything back together. Let me test her out. Please, sir. And it's off. Double check. I think we did it! Hooray! All right, everybody, so I have successfully fixed everything wrong with my cheap E46 BMW. We have a working radio, we have working climate control, we have windows that go up and down, fresh oil change, dude, running perfect, no lights on the dash. Everything is hunky-dory right now, and it is fantastic. I also cleaned the interior. I didn't film that because that's not exciting, but check this out. This car cleaned up so good. Guys, just know that this video is clickbait and you can't fix everything on a BMW. You can. It's gonna take a minute. The valve cover is also leaking onto the fucking exhaust, so it smokes a wee bit. So I lied to you guys, didn't fix everything.
I'll get to it soon. Don't worry about it. But for now, like this video, comment, subscribe, and thank y'all so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.